What is up, YouTube? This is take two, but this time we've got it. I have Grucius here with me, a KC Cup winner of the last KC Cup. Grucius, how are you? How are you feeling?
Hey, hi. Yeah, I'm feeling super well. It's amazing. It's like my main goal was to reach the qualified for World, and now I'm done. Yeah.
There you go. Reach World Qualifiers, and here we are. So that is super awesome. Um, Grucius, we have had a lot of people talk about how this was the toughest KC Cup that they've had to do. Obviously, with the cheating accusations coming out, especially after day three and everything like that. Tell me how your day one, day two, day three ended up going through because I can't even imagine the stress of knowing that you're in the top cut and potentially top one, but not you're not even sure if you're getting there or not.
Yeah, I mean, this KZ Cup, I decided to have a lot of fun because taking KZ Cup too much serious is not useful. And so for me, the one, the two, and the three were super fun, except the last part where the Egyptian guy surpassed me. For me, the most stressful part was the waiting, because we were not sure if they would have banned the first place or not. So,
Hmm. Yeah,
but the event was really fun.
there you go. What made you? So you said you didn't even know if they were going to ban first place or not. Did you think that that they were going to at least take action for the ones that came out and admitted to cheating, or how? Because normally you'd think Konami in the past, Casey Cup, they always ban people, but sometimes you just don't know with the company.
Yeah, I mean, I was sure that the third place would have been banned because it's like when there was a fix your game in the past,
Hmm.
and so I was sure third place would have been banned. But I didn't care about third place, but I wanted to be banned the first place, and it didn't say anything, so I wasn't sure that Konami would have some proof
Right.
of that.
Hmm.
But fortunately, from the screenshot that he sent, there was like a timestamp that was different. So it was accused also of account sharing,
Yeah.
and so
Hmm.
I mean, I'm not even sure they banned him for the cheat code or for the account sharing.
Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to tell what they actually ended up banning the guy
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
All right, so that's enough about the cheating. Obviously, we've covered the cheating a lot on the channel. We can bring it up as if if you notice anything later. But let's talk about the decks that you used because this is probably one of the most interesting deck lineup. And if you showed me the four decks that are flashing by on the screen right now for everybody in chat, I would have been like, yeah, this is not the person that won KC Cup. You've got Desperado, Megalith, invoked Roids, which, okay, that one I can understand, and then Luna Lights invoked as well. Tell me a little bit about the decks. Let's start off with Luna Lights. Let's talk about Luna Lights and kind
Uh,
of all your
so,
opinions on the decks.
I mean, my idea before starting the Case Cup was to use Megalith at the start
Okay.
because he has a good matchup versus people that doesn't know the cards. So it's like really easy to farm with the deck.
Oh no. That's funny.
And then change to Lunalight Invoked
Hmm.
because in my testing, Lunalight Invoked had a really good matchup versus almost every deck except some random like Cyber Dragon. And I was sure that at high level I would have not faced Cyber Dragon.
Okay.
So the idea was to use Lunalight when I reached like top 10 global and keep with that.
Okay. Okay.
So my only two decks ready for the KZ Cup were Megalith and Lunalight Invoked, because like I feel like Lunalight Invoked was like Element Saber.
Hmm.
You start turn one with a stall monster like Kaliga, and then your second turn you TK with a big fusion. So instead of doing Mole Hue, Palace, and Purgatrio, you do Caliga and Dancer.
Okay.
So that was the reason I used the Invoker Lunalight. But then, when I reached the top 10 global, and I was using Lunalight,
Uh-huh.
I started facing something that I didn't expect, that was Desperado. And like,
Really?
Desperado wins 100% versus
Yeah.
Lunalight. I have nothing to deal with that. So like, I think I lost like 10k
Oh,
versus
wow.
Cyber Dragon and Desperado.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you are at high level, high rank, you face always the same guys.
Right.
So I always face that guy called Guinness, that was a Desperado player who was like first place global,
Mm-hmm.
and I was keeping losing versus him. So I decided to stall versus him a few games to net deck him.
Wait, that's
Then,
hilarious.
yeah, so because I couldn't win, I lost like 10k in 2 seconds.
Wow.
So I net decked him, changed a few cards because like he was playing a Scrapper Cycle, but I didn't like that because it's a level 3 and it locks your field, so I didn't like that. And then I tried his Desperado because I was like Desperado, and did like, I think I did like 20k with that.
Wow, that's a lot.
25k maybe, I don't remember because it's been a while, but yeah. And I ended, I think, first place global with Desperado or near.
Okay. So you switched to Invoke Droids to stall him out and then net decked him for Desperado the rest of the way through?
No, I changed it from Lunalight Invoker to Desperado, and then day 3, there were too many Ritual Beasts, and Ritual Beast
Oh.
is strong versus Desperado,
Right, right,
so I
right. That makes
changed
sense.
to. But like, Invoked Droid was not built before the KZ Cup.
Right.
I brainstormed that during the KZ Cup with Andy Tseng, because I was like, I was facing only Ritual Beast, and I
Uh-huh.
had Desperado, and I couldn't win. But I couldn't change to Invoked Lunalight because there were also Desperado around. So was like, I was locked, so we decided to try that and work.
There you go. It's actually interesting that you bring up Desperado because we're obviously this is now when we're making this video. It's post ban list, and Desperado seems to be one of the decks that's gonna be king of the meta potentially. So did you not face any Shiranui or any Invoke Casiduses once you reach that top 10, or is it just the people that were in the top 10 just were not playing those decks at the time?
So when I used Desperado, no one was using Invoked Magician Girl.
Wow.
Invoked became popular day 3, but day 2 it was not invoked around. About Shiranui, the only Shiranui that I faced a few times were the combo Shiranui, because control Shiranui never does well in KZ Cup.
Yeah.
So, and the combo Shiranui is okay. I mean, is in favor of combo Shiranui, but if you have lucky, you can win. So, was not that terrible.
Okay. And this is something I asked you before the interview, but I think we got to talk about it for the people. I don't even know what this card's called, Kyrie, whatever it's called, the red guy with the sword and the Desperado.
Yeah, best card.
Best card. Tell me why we play him.
So I needed the 7th card for the skill, and I saw that everyone was using the trap card. I don't know the name. The one that
head judging, I think.
Yeah, that one. But I didn't want to play that because I can't manipulate that.
Yeah.
it's all about my opponent. So I mean, I didn't want to play lucky deck. I wanted to play a deck that
Yeah,
I could
right, right,
manipulate.
right, 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 right.
And so I added that because he was level 4, so I could exceed summon with that. Also versus a deck like Cyber Dragon, he can't stop OTK. And that's all. I mean, it worked. It won me a few games versus Cyber Dragon, to be honest.
It's actually funny because I remember that was the card before people were getting Fiend Comedian as they were leveling to Fiend Comedian. They played that card in the meantime before switching over, and now it's like good.
Oh, also, that card, it's kinda combo with Body Force and the other level 4 because they are both Fiend. So
Oh, the
in late game,
misjudge.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's
you
broken.
can body and extra summon.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, it's super awesome. I mean, these are really cool builds. Like I said, I didn't expect these decks to be first place. Um, did you? So when did you like realize that you had a real shot at going for the top? Because you said you were coming in just for fun. Did you play
No, I mean,
endlessly, or how did that happen?
I was playing to win, but without stress. Like
With fun
I
decks.
wanted to
Okay,
win.
okay, gotcha.
I was not like, hey, let's have fun and play a
Yeah.
72 hours game.
What do you mean? That sounds like a great time. How many duels did you end up
Yeah,
doing?
yeah. It was a fun period. It was a fun weekend. Like,
Okay.
but about the when I understand that I had a shot to win was that when Anchi dropped.
Okay.
Because there
Yeah.
was a moment where I was second, and there was a European guy who was first, and he had like only 2-3k more than me, but I couldn't go up because there was too many Cyber Dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and I was with Invoked Droid, and I was afraid to change to Desperado because there were many Ritual Beasts too, and so I was kinda locked, and but he was playing Magician Girl, and many Cyber Dragon were around. So I decided to stop after one game.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that he would have kept playing, and I was hoping that he would have dropped because of Cyber Dragon.
Oh no.
And that happened. I mean, after 1 hour, he lost like 6k, and then he dropped it even more. So
That's the worst. That's the worst when you're just like, oh man, I have 15 minutes. I could take, or I could take first place easy. Like, or I can play a couple more games, and you just drop down. Oh
yeah.
no. How many total games did you play over the 3 days?
380,
Wow,
something like that.
that's actually not even that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I sleep a lot during Kids Cup, so yeah, it's okay.
Oh, you actually slept during Casey Cup.
I always sleep during
Oh
Kids Cup.
wow, look at
Like,
you.
like a 8 hour every
Wow.
night. No, I
So
mean, last night not, but usually I sleep 8 hour every night during Kids Cup.
okay, okay. So that kind of is a good segue into I don't know if you've seen the videos, but we've had videos with Cairo and videos with -1 talking about KC Cup, and even a video before that talking about player health and player safety when it comes to KC Cup. Because of the format, some people go to extreme lengths. You know, that you hear the stories of people playing 5, 6, 7, 800 games and just to make top 100, and it's like that's really not worth it. That's just not worth it whatsoever. um
Yeah.
so what are your opinions on that? Do you think KC Cup needs a format change? Like, what are your overall thoughts on the KC Cup?
So I I start from saying that I played like 9 KZ Cup, and I have 6 top 10 and 2 top 100.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I top a lot in this kind of event, and I sleep a lot, like a lot. Sometimes I even go to the park. Sometimes I stay with my girlfriend. I mean, I don't think that to win top KZ Cup you need to stay awake 72 hours.
Okay. What do you
So
what do you think is actually
I
like the best thing? Is it like just the skill of the game, or is it just deck building?
or I think Adapt is what made me win this KZ Cup because if I
Hmm.
would have used only the decks I wanted to use from the start, Megalith and Lunalite,
Hmm.
I would have never won this KZ Cup because Desperado and Invoked Droid.
Okay.
So I think adapt during the event is really important.
Hmm.
And also having fun is like the best thing ever because if you leave this game like a stress, I mean, it's a card game, it's not life.
Right, right. I mean, that makes sense. Um, because that's I think like when I compare your list to past winners, you play like a bunch of decks where a lot of people say no, play like one deck, keep grinding, and then when that deck starts failing, switch to another deck. So it's interesting to see so many decks kind of in the first place winner here. Um, what are your overall thoughts going into now that you're beyond KC Cup? Are you still going to play in the other KC Cups, or are you just going to chill until Worlds?
uh, it depends on the format. Like, if there is a meta that I enjoy, I
Hmm.
will play for sure because I like KZ Cup and as I said, I lived the KZ Cup in a fun way, not in a stressful way. So I would play again for sure other KZ Cup if meta is fun. If meta is boring, I would skip that.
There you go. Uh, I guess going into Worlds, what do you think about the Worlds format now that it's something that you have to think about? Obviously, it changes almost every year, but it's kind of had some consistency where you play your
Yeah, I
multiple
mean,
decks and go in with it.
word format is always 5 character
Hmm.
and 2 anime, something like that.
Yeah,
2 meme and 3 real, something like that.
there you go.
Uh,
Are you excited to
I
be a
don't.
legendary duelist?
I don't like that format that much, but I mean, it's okay.
Oh man, it's something, that's for sure. uh, um, actually, you guys, because you're in Bricks and Potatoes, right? The clan or team,
Yeah,
and you guys were like all over the top place. I saw
yeah,
a couple of you guys this KC Cup.
yeah. We had like Gift, Surisanti. I mean, now Sun Sun too.
Oh, really? Wait, Sunsun's in BMP?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's
yeah,
exciting.
yeah. I mean, it's from yesterday, I think.
Oh, welcome, Sunsun. That's funny. Uh, well, awesome. So I guess the last question I kind of have is not really related to KC Cup, but going into the post ban list um, uh, tournaments. We actually saw that you were playing in the Japan Weekly with the new Crystron deck, and people were bugging me to ask you, what do you think about Crystrons and the new meta as it's unfolding?
I didn't use Chris Storm.
Oh, you wouldn't use Crystrons? You just played against it?
No, I won with Desperado.
Oh, well, there you go. Did you face someone playing Crystrons, the new Mermail one?
Yeah, in the final. In the
Okay, okay,
final, I was playing
okay.
versus Crystal.
There you go. What did you
Uh,
think about that deck?
I have no idea because I was never a Crystron player because I'm not a fan of wombo combo decks.
Oh
So
yeah.
I prefer other kind of decks, but it looks like it's all in now. Like
Mhm.
it has a lot less grind power.
Mhm.
So I think just for now it's good probably because the meta is really weird right now. Everyone is trying things, but when we will have new box and new stuff, I
Right.
think that
There you
it
go.
might go off.
Well, time for your hot take. What's the best deck in the meta right now? No mini box, no information. Like 2 tournaments played. What's the best box? What's the best deck, Grucius?
I mean, best deck. The most fun for me right now is Desperado.
Desperado. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Desperado tier 1. Go buy. I'm just kidding. we don't know yet. We just assume. That's funny. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from us. Thank you so much, Grucius, for taking time out of your schedule to talk to us. We will definitely be watching you at Worlds. We always try to watch the people that we know at Worlds because that's super, super awesome. And anything you want to shout out to the crowd? I don't know if you do any streaming or anything like that.
No, I stream some time on Twitch, but I usually don't do now because I have some. So no, nothing.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, shout outs to Grucius, shout outs to BMP. Thank you guys for watching. You guys over at YouTube, make sure to subscribe and follow for more content like this. And we'll definitely try to catch up with Grucius later in the year when Worlds happens. Bye, YouTube.